But to what's going on and really driving the markets right now, President Trump had a very high-stakes G20 meeting in Buenos Aires, as you know, with Chinese President Xi Jinping. That was Saturday night. However, as of this moment, Chinese officials have yet to say anything about dropping the 40% tariffs on U.S.-made autos down to we still don't know what level. They've said nothing. And even though the president tweeted last night, nor was it mentioned by either nation in the official post-meeting readouts that come out to the media and to the world. Well, National Economic Council Director Larry Kudlow is telling reporters today he expects China to reduce those tariffs to zero. And while he's encouraged by the Chinese promising fair trade, Team Trump will keep a hawk eye on whether they actually follow through.
That's a huge point here. It must be monitored so that we know we can turn these Chinese commitments, and I thank the Chinese for those commitments, but they can be turned into a real trade treaty. That's the end game. And it goes, even then, the monitoring must continue on a very strict basis.
So that's the word of the day. You've got to monitor this. Rich Ellings is the president of the National Bureau of Asian Research, an expert on trade, and the executive director for the Commission on the Theft of American Intellectual Property. Rich, there appears to be a deal to suspend all further tariffs between the two countries for 90 days and to immediately begin negotiations on structural changes with respect to the real problems President Trump has outlined: forced technology transfer, intellectual property protection. Were you hoping for more, or is this good enough for now?
Well, you have said something that's really important, that euphemism, structural change. There is such an incompatibility between Chinese policy and the structure of the Chinese political system, the structure of their industrial policy, and what we're all about on our side of the pond, that imagining in 90 days to solve these problems is, we're going to have to be on some kind of controlled substance. So we've got to get ourselves kind of under control. The expectations have to be very low. And in fact, in my view, the Chinese, to some extent, have won a reprieve here for 90 days. The chances of anything structural, that is, again, using that euphemism, coming out of this in 90 days, in my view, is just almost no percentage chance at all.
Why are you so negative on this? I have to say, you seem extremely negative. The Chinese have said they will immediately start importing agricultural products once again from the United States. That looks like something good. I'm with you on the fact that the Chinese have said they would do certain things in the past and then completely blew them off. So I understand that aspect of it. But have any of the top irritants been dealt with, at least as far as the Americans are concerned?
Frankly, I think this is about closing the year out on an upbeat on the stock market and in general. I really don't see pieces of meat thrown at us, whether it's this purchase or that purchase, as really being fundamental to changing the relationship. Really important to see note who was at the table. This is really important. You had flanking the president Pompeo, Bolton, Navarro, Lighthizer, in addition to Mnuchin. You had folks who are really sober, who see the connection, the linkage between national security issues, South China Sea, Belt and Road, and so on, the linkage between those and economic and trade policy. So I give all kinds of credit to the administration for putting together an integrated strategy. Yeah. But our expectations for 90 days have to be really low.
Well, Navarro was there. You saw we circled him because he's the one who wrote the book Death by China. So to have him sitting there glaring, that was a very focused move, I would think, on behalf of President Trump to maybe put the thumb on the Chinese. We'll see. Rich, thank you very much for joining us on a very busy